Hello, I am Dr. K. Misra from our classes. Today I am to discuss a very important topic, habits that can cost you big your job. This is the topic which I have compiled for those who are to appear for different interviews. Here there are certain hacks, certain points which they must keep in mind before they go to appear for any interview. Everyone has habits, some good and some bad. But these habits play an important role in shaping one's life, especially when one goes for an interview. Your habits can lead you to the path of success or to the downfall. It totally depends on how you improve your bad ones and include good ones in your life. But controlling these habits are in your hand and it can do wonder to your life as well as in the interview for the job you applied for. If you do control some habit of yours, definitely you'd succeed in every endeavor of your life. Let me tell you before I start those habits, those points which one must keep in his or her mind before going for interview, that I have used certain pictures, certain statements wherein those are indicative here, like in this picture, that you should not be in such an awkward situation. Just to avoid this, let us have a look at what I have compiled for you. Bad habit number one, careless attitude. Specifically, young bloods, youth brigade, or freshers. They are not so disciplined. They are of couldn't careless attitude syndrome they are suffering from. Actually, the interview is an occasion or process where you cannot afford to be careless. Having a careless attitude in life is no big deal, but demonstrating this attitude in an interview is no good. One careless attitude usually shows in your CV where you make a silly mistake just because you are careless enough to ignore it. Your CV is your first impression and it speaks volume for you. Small mistakes like grammatical mistakes, formatting, and spelling can put your resume in a paper bin. You are advised to do proper formatting, spelling, and grammar check before you forward your resume for the job. Bad habit number two, being late. There are so many reasons why one person turns up late for an interview, but turning up late is totally unprofessional and can cost you your job. Tardiness is common among us and one of our bad habits. Turning up late for an interview is one great mistake, rather faux pas. Your interviewer is not a free person and his time is more valuable than yours. Organize yourself and do necessary preparation a day before the interview so that nothing can hold you up and cause you to be late on your very important day. Punctuality is what matters the most when you go for an interview. Here, whatever resources, vehicles, route, and everything other related information which you want to see, you must be having in advance so that there should be no such factor which can cause you being late for the interview. Number third, poor hygiene. There are, again, I would not cast aspersions on the young brigade, but everyone needs to be hygienic. No matter how much you hate to take a bath or spending time in the bathroom, but going for an interview without taking a bath and cleaning yourself is a big no. Poor hygiene makes you unfit for the job. Even if you have excellent qualification for the job, No organization wants an employee who cannot organize himself and has bad order, who disturbs other from their work, no matter what. Whether you have a problem in your shower or water shortage in your area, take a shower before the interview and maintain proper hygiene. Bad habit number 4, poor dress up. Yes, your dressing sense can be the reason why you lose in an interview when you are the best candidate out there. Don't go wearing something unfit, unmasked, and totally unprofessional for an interview. Also, don't go overly dressed as it may look like you don't know anything about the company and its culture. Wear your clothes according to the job you are giving an interview for, not according to the job you already had. Your dress can work in your favor if you carry it properly and accordingly. Bad habit number 5, drinking and smoking. Something which is highly disgusting. Don't drink or smoke before your interview. There are some people who are just accustomed to at least smoking before they go in for the interview. Your smoking and drinking habit can make you total unfit for the job. Avoid smoking just before an interview as your interviewer can easily smell it on you. So avoid this bad habit as it is not good for health as well as cause problem in your interview. While drinking can calm your nerves before interview, it also makes you lose control on your sense and you may sound like an idiot in your interview. So avoid drinking and smoking, especially before an interview. This is something which most of the people, commit such mistakes. Bad habit number 6, start texting in waiting time. Again, that is highly disturbing and must keep in mind that you are watched 360-degree. We understand that waiting is not the best pastime thing to do, but it does not mean that you start texting or using your phone when set to be await. No, it looks totally unprofessional as well as like you don't care for the job. If you are earlier than the scheduled time, then wait patiently for an interview to start. Don't start using your mobile. It will give the impression that you are better to be somewhere else rather than sitting here. You can use magazines, the paper present in the waiting room to pass the time. Bad habit number 7, carrying loads of stuff. Are you habitual of carrying everything with you? Yes, then leave this habit immediately if you want to get a job. It looks odd to carry your stuff with you and put a damp on your image as well as you don't need most of the thing in your interview other than your portfolio and resume. Leave your stuff like a laptop, bag and other things in your car. Put your cell phone away so that you can shake hands and leave your water bottle, coffee in the reception area or any other, you know, bag, baggage, luggage you have that you put away from the interview room at least for a while. Bad habit number 8, that is public grooming. Normally, I'm not biased, gender biased, but it is seen that young boys and girls they go for public grooming. We agree with you. To look good and proper groomed is necessary when you go to the interview. But public grooming, avoid at any cost. If you want to give a final touch up to your makeup and look, then arrive few minutes earlier than an interview and use the restroom to give the final touch. Don't do public grooming, it shows how netiquette you are. Bad habit number 9, swearing. You may have a habit of swearing when you are nervous or excited, but swearing in your interview can lead you out of the queue for the job. Swearing also shows that you cannot deal with the situation like an adult and calmly. So avoid using the foul word in a public place so that you can avoid accidental swearing in front of your interviewer. Bad habit 10. Too much talking. It's common for many people to talk more or without thinking when they are nervous or excited, but doing this is in your interview with your interviewer will do more bad than good. It will look like you don't have control over your tongue, or the chances are you said something inappropriate. Keep calm when you speak. Don't overthink and never lose your control from the situation and from you, as well as maintain focus on current situation without hyperventilating. Bad habit number 11. Negative attitude. You may have many complaints about your former boss and organization. Don't say negative about your previous job, as well as don't present negative attitude like doubting your own abilities or see only bad in the complicated situation. Your interviewer's main focus is on you, and it is easy to detect negative attitude in person. So when you go for an interview, show some smile, positive attitude, and enthusiasm for the job you apply for. Bad habit number 12. Oversharing. No, it doesn't look nice. It gives a wrong impression. The main reason for conducting an interview is to share information and get to know whether the job you applied for is suitable for you and you are the right ones for the job. To do so, interviewer and interviewee share information. But if you have a tendency to exaggerate things or share detailed information, then this might cost you your job. Oversharing can lead you to a tricky situation. That's why you should avoid sharing too much information, especially your childhood. Bad habit number 13. Not doing homework. This many people do that without doing any homework, any background information, seeking any background information, they go for the interview. This is something which can put you in an awkward situation. In an interview, interviewer notice every tiny detail about you and the way you talk about job and the company you applied for. So how much homework you have done before coming for the interview? Proper knowledge of job and organization shows that you are serious about the job and had done your homework before applying rather than applying in desperation. It's good quality to know about the job and company in detail before you go for an interview. Bad habit number 14. Interrupting. The habit of interrupting when someone is saying something may work with your friends and family, but it is one bad habit that can cause you to lose your job even before getting it. Don't interrupt others while talking, especially in an interview, as it shows that you don't have any respect, patience, and judgment. Avoid doing it with your friends and family so that you can stop yourself from doing it accidentally. Because the moment you keep on doing with your family and friends, it really becomes your habit, and anything comes into your habit, then you hardly have control over exhibiting such unwanted, habits. Bad habit number 15. Too informal. They are not saying stick to strict formal, but you can do a little to stop up the conversation with your interviewer, as he is the person going to decide whether you are getting your job or not. Too formal or too informal both give the wrong impression on the person who has your job in his hand. Don't go and say, "Hey, what's up?" as it is not the way to introduce. The interviewer is not your colleague or friend. Bad habit number 16. Embellishing. Our elders say that lying is one bad habit which causes so many problems for you, and in this case can cause you to lose your job. Don't lie or say something which you cannot do because your interviewer catches you red handed. It means total number for the job. No argument, qualification, and a good personality can win you the job if you lie in front of your interviewer. So avoid saying something which is not true. Bad habit number 17, unprofessionalism. Don't show your casual behavior with your interviewer. Being too comfortable can lead you to behave like unprofessional, so don't forget that you are here to get a job and your job is in the hand of your interviewer. Behave like professional with confidence, but don't overdo anything. Bad habit number 18, too eager. It's common to show enthusiasm for the job, but coming as too eager might work against you in your interview. Show some patience and wait for the final answers. Don't go and ask how do I do and do I getting the job. It will look like you are too desperate for the job and interviewer might think again for not selecting you. Bad habit number 19, body language. Our body does great work in saying what we did not say in words, gestures, and movement you away. Don't forget to make eye contact and sit straight while talking and control hand gestures while explaining something. Bad habit number 20, shyness. There is nothing wrong in being shy, but in an interview, your shyness can do the wrong job. Your interviewer can see your shyness as lack of confidence, incompetence, and insecurity, which is not good when you are trying to get the job. Habits like shifting in seat continuously, shaking a leg, jiggling key, or scratching head can give an impression that you are an insincere person. So, friends, knowingly, I put these 20 points as bad habits, which definitely can, you know, cost you your job. I would have given like others 20 good habits, 20 points which really can help you in getting the job. But I am sure that there are many people that keep on giving, but there are less who can talk of bad habits. Though I would be also coming to positive points, positive things, how to appear for the interview, what are the important positive points that one must keep in his or her mind. But before going to that, I thought that I must make you alert against these bad habits which people really don't know. Unknowingly, they keep on performing. So I hope that you have liked this and you have watched it patiently. Thanks for watching. More video tutorials on other aspects of developing soft skills and management subjects are available on my YouTube channel link. Link is given here. You can click and you can get plethora of such video tutorials on my YouTube link. So please like, comment and subscribe when you have liked it only. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Thank you.